What it do, my gente? Your boys coming through once again, and on today's video we're gonna give you an update on the situation with Sin City Man, right? This is the individual who unalived a couple in Las Vegas in front of hundreds of people plus a live stream, right? And not only that, we have a phone call, a 911 phone call made by the son of Finny the Legend, so you can hear it, man. And why I'm putting this phone call, so you can understand the impact of a crime, so you can understand how this affects the family members. But before we continue with this video, do not forget to like, a comment, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, man, hit the subscribe button. It does not cost you nothing, and at the end of the day, you're just helping the channel, which I do highly appreciate it. And by the way, hit the notification bell, be notified every time we drop content. For those new subscribers, I highly appreciate you guys for the opportunity, and my old subscribers, thank you for the support, man. Highly appreciate every single one of you guys. Now let's get to this story, right? Because for those who don't know, right, I'm pretty sure everybody knows about this. It's going viral. Everybody's speaking on this. But Sin City Manning was the individual who did that shooting over there in Las Vegas, in where he unalived a couple. He turned himself in the following day, right? We have footage of that. But not only that. Now, after going to court, he wants to have a 3-week extension because he wants to hire a private attorney, right? Why? Because he's facing the death penalty. He thought just because he was going to turn himself in, they were going to go easy on him, but no. He committed a crime, a heinous crime, in the city of Las Vegas, on the strip, in front of hundreds of people. Every single news media is talking about this. So you best believe that Las Vegas City is going to try to make an example of this individual, you know, by giving him the death penalty. Whether he's going to get found guilty or not, who knows, man, because finding people guilty on this is very difficult, because you have to understand the jury, they're going to have different beliefs when it comes down to this, right? So it is difficult. But he wants his family to hire an attorney, right? It was not enough for this individual to break a family, or two families. Break the family of Finny the Legend and his own family. But now he's going to dig on the pockets of his family. For my experience, what it has to do with the attorneys who are fighting the death penalty, they're very expensive. And I'm just speaking on experience, right? Coming across a case like that and asking those guys, hey man, how much you're paying for your lawyers, right? The lawyer is going to charge you depending on your case. Do you want to take it to trial? What's going on? How difficult the case might be, right? I met these 3 individuals who were facing the death penalty, right? Each one had their own lawyers. So it goes like this. One of them was paying his lawyer $100,000. The other one was paying his lawyer $80,000. Now the third one, he was getting lucky because he just hired an attorney that was going along with the way, right? But his attorney was $20,000. You know, that's how expensive. And I'm talking about 2006 in California. I don't know how it is now, but that's how it was around that era, right? So I can only imagine how much a attorney who's going to try to defend him so he don't get a death penalty is going to cost. This individual is, man, the audacity, man. But at the end of the day, you cannot blame nobody for what took place. You know, you cannot blame the family members, the wives, the tios, the pastor. You cannot blame nobody. The only person to be blamed was the shooter. That was his decision to do that. Ain't nobody obligated him to do that. You know, his ego, his insecurities. That's why he did what he did. I do understand that Finny the Legend was dropping content or doing lives on the constant on this individual, right? Trying to bring him down, trying to clown him and stuff like that. And trust me, it is annoying, right? I'm pretty sure it's going to be annoying. But to actually take it to that point is a whole different level. It is YouTube, man. And I have seen people act like that in where they want to talk smack to the viewers, right? I don't know if they're subscribers or not. But when they go live, they do want to get crazy with those guys and take it to the point of basically saying, hey man, F this or F that. What you want to do, right? Like, what you want to do about it. You never know who you're talking to. Yes, they see you. Like, you guys see me, but I don't see you guys. I don't know who you are. I don't know what is your, how stable you are. You know, so let's keep that in mind. Because we have seen many cases of YouTubers becoming alive because of this, man. I don't have to name them. You know. But I want you to think about the impact of this, man. Because the son of Finny the Legend called 911 reporting what had happened on the live stream of his parents, right? Imagine seeing your parents going to Las Vegas, maybe taking advantage of the money they have. A little getaway from everything, stress, work, family members. And they're streaming live from Las Vegas. You see your parents, and then you see an individual like this with basically unstable doing this to your family on a live stream. I can't explain that feeling. I don't know how he felt. I cannot tell you that. But I want you to hear his phone call.
On their phone.
I was watching my dad on a video on live. He's in Vegas right now. And the video cut out, but they hear my mom scream, and then you could just hear a gunshot. Just try to see if he's okay or where he's at right now.
Are you able to reach him?
No.
That voice, Rodney and Tanisha Finley's son, who told...
You see that? He was scared. He was wondering what happened to his parents. He called 911, describing what he had said. Of course, the operator says, have you had it? I mean, were you able to make any contact with your dad, with your mom, with your parents? He said, no. Of course, they're not picking up the phone because they're on the live. Can you imagine as a son seeing your parents who are streaming live, becoming alive, and expecting, I mean, just hoping that they're okay. Maybe they're on the ambulance, they took them over there. But not knowing that in a matter of hours, you were gonna hear the worst news of your life. That both of your parents are no longer with you. That is some crazy ass stuff, man. And when I came across this phone call, I was like, man, I have to use this because I want you guys to know the impact of those family members. Because we always talk about the incident, what everybody wants to talk about, but we forget about those guys on the background, the family members, the ones who are going to be suffering the most. Just because of selfish decision of an individual, you're dragging two families through the mud right now. Two families through the mud, you know? And it's not fair. It's not fair, you know? It's time for individuals to act their age, to act mature, and actually appreciate life for what it is. You know? All that toughness, all that stuff, like, leave that shit to somebody else. It's time to be responsible and do something good in life instead of taking away. Always taking away, taking, give me, without having any regards towards the next man. So this is my video of today. So have a wonderful day. To next one. Gracias.